This is Smallzy Surgery.
This is Avamax. You're listening to Smallzy on Nova.
The new song is called Lost Your Faith. Tell me a little bit about that.
So Lost Your Faith is essentially the rebirth of the album. And I'm really excited about it because it's kind of funny. Everyone's like, oh, the whole era is going to be black and white. No, the whole era is not going to be black and white. It just kind of resembles like how I feel. I feel like the old me is kind of burned and died. Like
Okay.
she's gone. But this is what Lost Your Faith is, because I did lose a lot of my faith last year. And
Yeah,
I
you
went
were.
through a lot
I'm
of-
gonna. I have absolute this is huge respect for you. I've known you for years. That's why I feel like I can ask this. You have popped off on Twitter. You have popped off in your time when it comes to music and management and just your career, and your fans have always been very passionate supporters of you. To me, begging for what's going on, get her on the show. Has the music business not been as fun as it looks like from the outside?
Well, the music business is never really fun because it's hard because you're just trying to get everybody to understand your vision. And I think now I'm lucky enough to have people who do understand that vision. But last year it wasn't quite that simple and it was so difficult for me. I felt alone. I really was alone last year, it felt like, and I'm happy I'm out of that. And now I have a clear vision. I sat with myself for a long time and just kind of try to figure out what I wanted for this next chapter. I didn't want to just put out an album last year just because.
No, that makes complete sense. When you were sitting with yourself, did you hear voices? Did you
Many voices.
Did you like who you sat with? Because I like the song title of Lost Your Faith. Because sometimes, you can, it's not necessarily about religion, but you can, whenever you do something and you're successful and people think everything is going well, sometimes the plans don't come together, or you can be on a different path, or the path doesn't go down the way that you would think it was meant to, or you had wanted to. And so I understand very easily the whole notion behind the title of the song of losing your faith, because sometimes it's like, what do I even want anymore?
It's hard because every time in life we have a new chapter, and in 6th and 7th grade and even in high school I was bullied so much, and I feel like now I'm back in that ring of fire. I was bullied so much last year, and I am finally going to open up and speak about it. And I feel like not only bullied, I got my heart broken a few times, and it kind of knocked me down last year. And I'm not saying this in a negative way. I just really lost myself and I lost my faith. So now I'm coming back in a way where I'm doing things that only feel good to me. And I'm not gonna listen to everybody telling me what to do, because I feel like that sometimes steers me in the wrong direction. And for the first time again, I'm just going to do what I want to do.
Yeah, I'm I don't know if you know that this podcaster, her name is Mel Robbins, and she has this philosophy of just let them. I think when so say when you're getting bullied, or you're in a tough time, or people you feel are making judgments on you or pushing their what I find personally is people they project their idea of what they think you are onto you, and it's that's not who I am. Anyway, there's this philosophy of just let them. You can't fight it. You can't fight it. If they want to hate you.
In every industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. In every industry, there's always something. I think it's kind of it is the feeling of being in the ring of fire and navigating through a tornado and not knowing which way to go because there's so many moving parts. And so I think I just had to find my stillness, and I'm still working on that to this day. I'm working on finding my stillness because it takes time, but I think it's very important for everybody to find their stillness, and that's where you get all the answers.
I also like you talking about the ring of fire. Number one, it's if you have a spicy curry, that's a ring of fire. Number two.
Hell yeah.
Number two.
Horrible. That's not what we want to experience.
Number two. Number two, I'm going to go all woo-woo on you only because the song title is called Lost Your Faith. There's the whole notion on the cheap seats and people who are in the arena, and the whole notion of this thing called the man in the arena, or in your case, the woman in the arena, right? The people who are truly brave are the ones that show up and walk into the arena and fight the battle, and don't listen to people who are in the cheap seats. And I would imagine you would agree with this. The music business is full of people who sit up there in the cheap seats. They're the first to offer an opinion or a criticism. They're the first to say they were with you when you were doing well, but they're the first to desert the moment something doesn't go to plan. And actually what we need to, all of us humans, doesn't matter if you're in the music business or not, is find the people who are our season ticket holders, the people who love us, the people who stand by us, the people who, if all of this ended tomorrow, would still be there and take you out to brunch or answer the phone.
1000%.
And I think it's very easy to get run away, not necessarily you, but just people in general. When success comes, lots of people start to swing by and pretend they were always there.
Yeah, and again, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that I found my tribe finally, and it takes a minute, but also you have to take a stand. And I took a stand last year. I put a line, I drew a line in the sand, and I'm like, you know what, enough. Sometimes you have to grab, what's the saying, grab the bull by the horns.
Yep.
And that's what I finally did. So I think this album's just, very different than the other.
Well, we love you in Australia. We've loved you from the very beginning. I have fond memories of the first time you came in, and you were rocking the max cut, and they had the wig, and I put the wig on, and it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. Congratulations on finding this path and the new upcoming album and the new song as well. We can't wait to have you back in Australia.
Thank you. You're the best. Thank you.
You're